Hey, what's up, guys? This is MPFSU back with another video. This is part 2 of my offensive series, and we're talking about the air raid style of offense. And what I want to do today is in this video is show you pretty much what my read progression is with the actual plays, and to kind of show you how you actually set up this offense from beginning to from starting off with the dink and dunk stuff to the explosive plays. And the way you want to think of it, just to shed some light on it, is you want to think of the dink and dunk plays as running the ball, and then getting the big plays as your play action. You want to sprinkle those big plays in, not run them a whole lot. You want to just sprinkle them in because you're going to get the big plays out of them. But mainly you want to run your core concepts the most. And it's very simple because there's not a lot of core concept plays in the playbook. Now there's some other plays you can kind of slide in as the core concept a little bit, but for the most part you want to stay with your main air raid core concept plays. And so let's go ahead and take a look at those. Now the first one I want to get into is the shallow cross. Now in this particular scenario, you have the shallow cross, the H shallow cross, and then let's see if we can move up a little bit and get the X shallow cross. So these are the two you want to work with as far as that. I normally start off with the shallow cross as my base, and then eventually, like in this particular formation, you'll get to the verticals and the smash corners. And I normally start off with my 2x2 formation, which is 2 wide receivers on both sides, and then eventually I'll get to 3x1 with the trips with 3 wide receivers one side and 1 wide receiver on the other side, which is what you want to start going into. You can either start it either way. You can start with trips and then work your way towards the balance, or you can start with balance and work your way towards the trips. I like to start my way with balance and then work my way with 4 wide receivers on both, 2 wide receivers on both sides. They work my way towards the trips. But as you see here, you have the shallow, and then you have the stick, which is another core concept. You want to use that, especially in the red zone. The wide corner, we talked about a lot about that. You can start off with that if you like. It's definitely a good play to beat cover 3 zone. The under is the same thing. And then you have, like I say, the 4 verticals and the smash concept, which those two concepts are for your, pretty much to light the defense up with a huge play. So let's go ahead and take a look at first the X shallow cross, and we're going to go ahead and jump into that. And we're still working with the 3-3-5 defense, but what I'm going to do now is put them into cover 3 zone. So I have to jump, maybe they're playing a little safe. They could be blitzing, but even blitzing is going to get roasted by these routes. So let's go ahead and run the play real quick. And see, the first, and you read progression in the shallow is you want to find that shallow first. Now, and then after that is the dig behind it. If they're covering the shallow, just like how the wide corner, you were picking which route to go with based on the coverage. If they come down to cover that shallow, you hit the dig behind it. And let's see if they're going to, so they're covering the shallow, and bam, there's the dig right there. Now, the reason I'm running this to the short side of the field is see how that X receiver is on the hash. That has that safety way out there. So what it does is it creates space for the dig. So you want to, against defenses like the 3-3-5, you want to run your plays more short to the short side of the field, so you can take advantage of the defense's alignment and get them out of their alignment. And so that space, just that small bit of space created, makes the offense flow a whole lot better. As you see, they're going to follow the dig. They kind of got me on that one, but as you look in there, then you go back post. Once you see that, you're supposed to hit the post, but he knocks that down. But that's what I'm saying there. You get the gist of it. You look for the shallow first, and if that's open, you hit it. And you can continue to hit it until they come out of their defense. And you continue to do that till they come out of their defense. And once they switch it up, and what you really want is for them to switch it up to cover 2. And then the first thing I will either go with is smash or 4 verts. Now let's go ahead and do, and like I said, you don't have to flip the plays. Leave them just as they are. and you can either go smash or 4 verts. Now let's show you what 4 verts looks like, and you know, hopefully what we're gonna do is hopefully we got them into a cover 2. We've thrown enough Y corner, enough stick, enough under, and enough shallow cross series to get them to come out into a different defense. And in this case, it's the cover 2. That facey is frozen, and that should be a touchdown, and that is. And that's how you get the big plays. So here we go again. That safety does not, he commits to trying to stay in the middle, and he gets roasted again. Now you want to watch that safety, because if he stays out there, he could pick this ball off. But if he stays at home like he should, which he doesn't again, and oh, that's actually a really good play by him. But what you're looking for is that there, and bam. See, because that dude is right on the hash, and you're looking for that hash. Oh, that's a touchdown right there. And so that's 4 verts, and that's what you want. You want to get into cover 2 so you can just destroy those safeties back there. So let's check out the next play that you would use, and let's go ahead and go into that. All right. So now we're going to look at the smash concept. And what I like about the smash concept, and in this play, this formation in particular, in this play, you normally have the third wide receiver out there running that streak up the middle, that go route, to kind of hold the safety or have the safety to choose which way to go. In this situation, you're looking at in this situation you have the running back, which if anyone remembers, I don't know, maybe not remember, but one of Oklahoma State's running backs against Texas A&M scored on a play just like this, and it's a pretty nasty play, especially against the cover 2 zone. So once you get them into cover 2, then as you see this, he runs up the sideline here. You either want to hit that corner or you want to hit the running back. Depends on, well, they covered that pretty well, actually. That was my fault. A bad read. I do make some bad reads sometimes. But see, that running back up the middle, that he could definitely, if you have a good receiving running back, makes it a pretty awesome combination. You just have to lead him a little bit inside. He won't catch the ball, but you got to leave him a little bit inside. Just lead him a little bit inside. And there we go again. Because that flat defender is going to be pulled in by that short button. And that's how you get behind him. And if he'll catch the ball. So, okay, but that's the gist of it. You saw he got his hands on it. He just has to catch it, but he didn't catch it. But that's the gist of it. You pick him or that corner out, and depends on how the coverage is going. Now, you can also run that smash in the middle of the field. It works just as well because he'll sit on that hash still, and you'll have more space to work that corner. But if you don't want to, I wouldn't run it to the wide side of the field because you don't have enough room to work that corner out, and that seam that's the running back running up the seam won't get it done. So let's choose another play. And so we're going to look at the under just real quick. And so in the under, you can run this against cover 3. Let's go ahead and check out some zone blitzing. So what you want to do is, as you see here, if they're blitzing a lot, the under is a good play because you can hit that corner out, or you can hit the back coming out of the backfield here. And that's good because he has enough space to run. And I like this because it's definitely a nice play to get the running back involved in the passing game a little bit, because he's going to be wide open out there by himself, especially if they're blitzing. And we're going to run this again. Try to see if we can hit this route. That was awful. Now see, you want to hit that corner or the under. So you're normally reading the corner or the under. Now you can't hit that halfback out the backfield if you want, especially if you think they're going to be blitzing. But the ideal here is to choose that under or the corner route. You're just making 2 reads. That's pretty much it. Now that outlet by the halfback, that's just if you really want to do that. Now let's put them in a different defense just to give you idea of it against like a cover 3. All right, let's see, cover 3. So then there we go, under. Play type. Cover 3. Alright. So let's see how it works against cover 3. Oh, pretty good D there. Alright. Now you want now if they don't, there we go. Now see if they hit that you want to hit that backside button if none of these players are open, because they shifted their coverage to that side. That was the whole idea with that, what they were doing. You just have to figure that out. Once you figure out what they're doing, then you can kind of hit the backside, because it looks like they're just rotating their coverage to cover those guys. And if they're doing that, oh, they're ready for that one. But if they're doing that, they're trying to be sneaky. The computer's very sneaky, I tell you. Hit that running back still. Oh, bad pass. But you get the gist of it. You're still trying to read that corner in the square, but if it looks like they're going to give you a hard time, you hit that back button real quick. You want to hit that backside button. If you know you're not going to get both of these open there in the cover 3, or even if they're giving you a little bit of the under, and this also works very well on the short side of the field. Like if you're just running that under on the short side, you may be able to get a nice play, but you pretty much ran them away from that button pretty quick. And yep, they're all just flowing to that those buttons and those other routes. So that's the under. And so now let's get into some of the other big plays out of the different formations. And so once I've established that I'm going to be, hitting them all kinds of ways from that area, then I'll bring out the trips, and the trips can just completely destroy them. You can go into trips and say, well, okay, I want to go verts right away. You're going to destroy whatever coverage they come out with, because you can flood it with the 3 wide receivers. So let's go air raid under, and let's take a look at that. Now I like this play very nicely, because I like this play a lot, mainly because you can open up. Now what you're reading here is that out and that the under that's going, if it's a spot route that's going right underneath it, you're reading the out or the spot route that's going underneath it. So they either cover that or they cover the spot. If they don't cover that, you throw it to the spot, and that's pretty much it. That was a bad throw there. Now if both of these are covered, that's when you hit, and I'll show you here, you hit that backside, because you can hit it pretty easily, because it's right in the, it should be right in the spot there, which it wasn't in there. There it is right there. So if there's in some kind of, they're supposed to be in cover 3, but the routes are kind of pulling them into certain reactions, and depending on what they react to, like they're not reacting to that out, so you hit it here and over the middle of the field. If you let me show you, if you spot the ball to the, and this is what you do with trips. If you spot the ball, let's say we spot the ball to the other hash, and we run the same play. So now it works a little differently, and there's a lot of space for you to hit multiple routes. Not because that out is a lot harder to hit on this side, but you can hit it real comfortably on this side. And as you see how the route develops, it just looks gorgeous. It's like the prettiest route running you'll see on one side of the field. But if you're not getting that with the way you want it, and you could try to hit that, but I wouldn't recommend that against cover 3. But you can try to hit that if you think they're going that safety's cheating, to one side to help out, because they will cheat. As you see there, they will start cheating to certain sides. If you run plays enough, they'll start cheating and covering different routes that they think they're going to get, that they're going to see. So that's the beauty of NCAA, is the defense reacts awesomely, so you can set things up properly. That was a bad throw. I probably should have ran that. But I was looking at the reads, and I mean, sometimes you may throw some interceptions. You have to learn that, and I'm learning that as well. So that's going to be it, guys, for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you like this content, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and I'll be posting video 3 with showing you how I actually do this in a game, a user game. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks. Peace.